You're insulting me. What are you doing?
You were sexually assaulting me.
Stop.
I don't want to touch you. I said I don't want to touch you.
What don't you understand?
What don't you understand?
Do not kick the officers.
Do not kick an officer.
I'm stupid. Yes, sir. Stand up.
Today we delve into two videos showcasing entitled daughters who came to the realization that the world doesn't revolve around them. Let's get it on. The police got a call from a dad who was dealing with a bit of a situation. His daughter refused to budge from his car. So when the officers arrived, they found the dad outside the car. There was the daughter, comfortably seated inside, pretending like everything was hunky-dory. She went on to explain that she was just waiting for her dad to wrap up his errands and give her a lift home. But the dad had other ideas. Her dad was pretty clear about it. He didn't want to chauffeur her around. He simply wanted his car back. She even told the officers that her dad was acting strangely and showed early signs of dementia. You believe it?
I don't know. She's got a lot of problems in life. I can't seem to solve them. So I offered to give her a ride, and now...
This is my dad, and I think he's, I don't know exactly what's going on, but he has the key to the car, so I'm just waiting on him to get out of the building.
You're waiting on him to what?
To get out of the building, to come drive the car. He just parked us here, so I don't know.
Yeah, but you know he doesn't have to drive you anywhere. But it's his car. He doesn't have to take you anywhere if he doesn't want to.
I understand. Well, he already took me here, so I'm in the car. I'd like to, go back to my house whenever he's ready, basically. So I'm just sitting in the car.
Okay, but do you realize that if he doesn't want to take you, you have to get out because it's his car, it's his property?
I don't think so. I think
I'm letting you know. But that's how that works.
Okay, well, I'm going to be sitting here. So, whenever he's ready.
If he doesn't want to drive, you don't want to drive her home?
Oh, I do not.
I think he might be having some sort of early dementia or something, but he's not acting.
Dad took the blame for his daughter's entitled attitude and admitted it was his fault. He'd been pampering her with gift cards and cash because she wasn't working. That's how he ended up with an entitled kid in his hands.
I can't remember if he said he needed a package somewhere.
Yeah, I did bring her down here. I got her a couple of gift cards because she doesn't have a job.
He did. He just got me a gift card.
She was supposed to be in a rehab facility, but somehow managed to get kicked out of it and showed up back at the apartment. So I felt sorry for her, my mistake. Gave her more money, gave her more things to do, took her here so she could get food. Not only did she not get food, she refused to get out of the car, and now she refuses to get out of it at all.
I'm just trying to spend the day with him.
I'm sorry,
or go out and run errands. We're just trying to run errands.
The female cop tried to reason with the girl, explaining that she had to leave the car because it wasn't her property and she could face arrest. But the daughter just snarkily responded that she preferred to stay in the car and ignored everything the officer said.
Oh. Yeah, but you're not trying to get out of this car.
Correct.
Which right now you're breaking the law because it's not your car. So you're trespassing.
So I go on Ubers.
Okay, with the permission of the person. He does not want you in his car. You're trespassing in his okay, so we can play this game, but you're gonna get arrested. I mean, that's literally how it's gonna be. Or you could just step out of the car. Like, I'm not trying to be mean to you, but I'm trying to explain something to you, and you're not really willing to listen.
You explained it to me, but I would like to shut my door now.
I'm not doing that. It's not your door. It's not your car.
Okay, I'll just ignore that then.
The defiant daughter, who had no intention of leaving the car, continues to insist that her father has dementia and that the police should pay him no attention. Yeah, right. As if her behavior didn't already make it clear who they shouldn't listen to.
I think he's acting like he's
negative on
got a problem.
Blue, four-door registered in Jackson.
Maybe like he has early onset, like dementia, Alzheimer's.
Can we talk outside?
No. You guys are right here. I'm fine. I'm not stepping out.
The lady persisted in her refusal to exit the car, citing principles as her reason. Her father, growing increasingly frustrated, informed the officers of his desire to press charges for trespassing. However, this girl's audacious attitude seemed unyielding. Even after the police officers issued another polite warning about the potential consequences, all she had to retort was whether the cops had more important matters to attend to that day.
Why won't you get out? Why don't you want to get out?
It's on principle at this point.
But you understand that you're probably going to end up going to jail then, right?
You do know that usually, like, if you pulled me over on a highway, we'd both have to pull over, park together.
We're not doing
that. And I would not be allowed out of my vehicle. You'd say, roll down the window and please present your papers to me. That's what you would say. And I would give
but I may. Sometimes I also ask a lot of people out of the car too.
Okay, well, this isn't...
But your dad wants you out of the car.
This doesn't feel like, a very real situation. Like, and it doesn't feel like we're bothering anyone.
So do you want to press charges for trespassing?
I do.
I mean, you can't just press charges like that.
You can.
No, you
So
can't.
do you want to get out of the car or not?
Don't you guys have anything better to do today?
We actually do.
Yeah, like, so I don't know
So
what
we
you
would
guys
really
are
like
up
for
to.
you to
Why
get
don't
out
you
so
guys
you
get
don't
out in
have
your
to.
cars?
I don't want to take a ride to the jail.
I would love to.
I would hate that.
You know what? I love riding around places. I love going on errands. I love driving. Love all of it.
When a male policeman intervened, telling the girl it was the silliest reason to go to jail, she shot back, suggesting that they were even sillier than that. As if it weren't enough, she audaciously demanded that the cops remove their hands from the car door, asserting it wasn't theirs. The quick-witted female officer responded that it wasn't the girl's property either. Finally, the male officer approached the girl, attempting to gently guide her out of the car. But instead of cooperating, the girl reacted violently, threatening to sue them for battery.
This is going to be one of those situations on when you go down to the jail. People are like, "What are you in for?" And you say, "Because I wouldn't get out of the car." People are going to be like, "That's a stupid reason to go to jail." I mean, really, there's really not a really good reason to go to jail, but that's really stupid.
Well, it's more stupid of you guys because it's just a lot of paperwork and a
We
lot
don't
of trouble.
want to be here, but we're public servants. We've been called here.
You're not a servant.
We've been summoned here. So we're here to solve a problem. Unfortunately,
Do you have a payroll?
the problem is that you're in the car. Just to solve the problem.
I don't think there's not a solution. There isn't a solution.
The solution is that you step out, either stand over here, you could sit, there's a bench over here, there's a bench there, there's a bench over there. Okay, yeah, go ahead and stand out of the car.
No, I stepped out. It's fine. Please allow me to.
No, you're
Shut
not
my
closing
door.
the door, so...
I don't want to shut it on you. I don't want to, like...
I can promise you, you're not.
Please stop touching this car because it's not your car.
It's not yours either.
Well, that's okay.
Alright, you're gonna end up...
No.
You're gonna end up...
You are.
Stop. Step on out.
I'm just gonna pull you out. I mean, at the end of the day, you're gonna come out of the car. So do we have to make this harder? I don't want to.
Don't pull my arm out of its
Well, then
socket.
please step out.
Don't touch me.
We'll just get the statement. We're not in a hurry.
Don't touch me. Don't molest me. Please.
What's gonna end up happening is... We're gonna end up having to use force on you.
I would like to
Don't
press
want
charges
do
for
that.
assault. An
Well, it's
assault
not
charge.
assault.
I just was assaulted.
It wasn't.
Battery.
So-
I want to press charges for battery.
You don't get that. It's lawful.
I want to press charges.
It's a lawful.
I would like to press charges.
You don't get to.
I'm being held against my will.
Great, get out of the car.
Despite the repeated explanations from the police officers, offering her a choice to exit the car and leave or accompany them to a judge, the girl doggedly clung to her claims of her father's supposed dementia.
Whatever the charges are, like, let me know.
Well, right now
Are you going to
the
give me a
charges
ticket?
are
Why don't you just give me a ticket?
Well, we could give you it, but you have to get out of the car. That's the problem. So the main
Or a
problem-
verbal warning? Be like, hey, please don't sit in people's cars again if they don't want you in them.
So that we've tried that. We're trying to get you out.
No, you didn't. But anyway,
So
my
here's the
dad
issue.
is obviously, like, demented and he's got, like, an issue that I can't diagnose, right?
The girl was clearly stalling and attempted to switch her story, now asserting that she was living with her father to take care of him, conveniently overlooking the fact that she might just be avoiding work. The girl's antics continued as she argued that if the car wasn't hers, the street they were on wasn't theirs either, and she even demanded to speak to the supposed owner of the street.
I am his caretaker. So,
You're his caretaker?
yes, I am.
Fine.
And you know
And
what?
how do you care for him?
I take care of him.
How?
I take care of him.
You work?
Yes, I do. I work a lot. I do things. It doesn't matter. What do you do?
You sound a lot like my brother used to sound
do you
before he
do?
burned my mom's house down.
What do? You just like police stuff? What is that? What is policing?
That is literally my job. I'm a supervisor. But here's the issue. Your father is wanting you out of the car. He's willing to press charges. Therefore, you're going to end up going with us because you're refusing to get out of the car. I literally cannot be nicer to you.
It's like, what if you were in my doorway at my house and like
Again,
you
different
were holding
scenario.
it?
Different scenario, different rules, different times, different things. Okay? This isn't your car.
Is that your street?
It's part of the city.
Is that your pavement?
It's the city's.
Or is just that your stone?
It's the city's.
Okay,
So
the city.
why
Okay, and the
don't you
brick.
wanna get out of the car?
Who runs the city? Who owns the pavement? I want to talk to whoever owns the road.
Who do you think that would be?
I don't know.
Not when
I think you would have to try to get in contact with them or something.
I don't have to do anything.
I don't know. talk to the bank that like rents out that pavement.
Well, the situation's getting a little bit spicy when the girl refuses to give her name to the cops. Then the male officer offered her one last opportunity to exit the car and reassured her he didn't want to resort to force. Can you guess the girl's choice?
What is your name?
You want to put where you see your daughter?
Why do you need to know that?
All right, Alexandria. I'm again going to politely ask you to get out of the car.
I would tell you my name if I wanted to.
Things are going to go not your way in a minute.
I don't have them.
And I would prefer them not go down that way. Yeah, but they're going to get worse. They're going to get worse. Because what's going to end up happening is you're going to get forcefully taken out of the car, and I don't want to do that. Because I don't want us to get hurt, and I don't want you to get hurt. So I really would like you to get out of the car so that we don't have to force you to get out of the car, or that force doesn't have to be used.
Defiance.
That's your choice?
Defiance.
So you understand the risk that you're taking with this, right?
So, what we've all been eagerly waiting for finally happened. They yanked her out of the car and slapped those cuffs on her. But the girl suddenly did a 180 on her cooperative act. She began cooking up some pretty wild stories, and get this, even accused one of the officers of acting all sorts of unprofessionally. As they were bundling her into the back of the police car, she whipped out her phone and started ringing her old man for backup. I mean, he can't be demented, right? That's what she claimed anyway. As they were shoving her into the back of the police car, the girl started hollering for her dear old dad to come to her rescue. I mean, isn't he supposed to be the one who's demented?
No. You're insulting me. What are you doing? No, I'm not going to. Why?
Put your hands behind your back.
No.
You're under arrest.
No.
You're gonna be placed
I'm not under arrest.
You
I'm
are.
under cardiac arrest.
You're
No.
placed under arrest for trespassing and
You
resisting.
can't do that.
We can.
No, you're not going to. You're not going to. Stop. Stop.
I wish we didn't have to.
Stop.
I wish we didn't have
Stop.
to. We tried to work it out with you.
Stop.
For whatever reason, you decided
Stop.
not to.
Stop policing me.
I'm sorry that this is the way that it had to go.
This is not the law. This isn't lawful. Alright. I'm not resisting. No, stop searching me. Stop touching me. I have to search you. You're molesting me. You're sexually assaulting me.
Stop.
You are sexually assaulting me. No.
She's not.
Yes, she
No, she's
is.
not.
Dad, help me. Please help me. Please help me.
Stop.
Get off me.
Getting her into the car was a real ordeal. The girl was in full scream mode, putting up a fierce fight and keeping the officers at bay. She kept on accusing them of causing her harm.
Stop.
Get off me.
Stop.
Get off me.
Stop. Resisting. Now you're getting a felony.
Get off me. Stop touching me.
Stop resisting.
Stop touching me.
Stop resisting.
Stop touching me. He's mentally ill. Stop touching me. Oh, my arm.
Sit in the
Stop
car.
it.
Sit in the car.
Stop it. Can you please pick up your knife and sit in the car? I don't want to have to help you.
I got it. Sorry.
Get off me. Stop touching me.
Close the door.
I'm sorry.
The officer leaned in through the bars on the back window, trying to reason with the detained daughter. He told her they had to handcuff her again and advised her not to resist or fight like she did earlier. He warned her that they might have to use a taser if she continued. But the girl seemed unfazed, continuing to accuse them of inappropriate touching and causing a scene in public, as if her accusations would save her from the handcuffs.
If you try to hurt us again, you're going to either end up getting tased.
Me hurt you? You guys were hurting me.
Okay. Well, you
guys
kicked both
actually
of them.
assaulted me.
You kicked both of them.
You grabbed me and then she touched my breast for no reason. So I don't really know. So you touched me inappropriately as well on my skin. You know that you don't need to contact me like that. I was in handcuffs already.
And listen to what I'm telling
My hands were behind my back. So no, you shouldn't have searched me like that. And I should have gotten searched privately, first of all. You should have not been out here, not with her and doing it, second. And you're embarrassing me in public. You're actually kind of, it's libel. It's a lot of libel.
Listen, you're embarrassing
We're
yourself.
going to open the door. Okay. You're going to get put back in handcuffs. If you fight us,
Do you have a liability policy? Like, do you guys have some sort of commercial health
do
insurance?
not fight us, okay?
What are you so scared of? I don't want to give back my... I want them. Why don't I...
You won't believe it, but putting the handcuffs on again was a lot of torture. This time, the girl complained that all her organs were hurt. Shoulders, wrists, back, shoulders, arms. I just don't know how she's still alive, according to her words.
Stop touching me. I don't want to. No, what are you doing now? No, same thing you're doing before. Just going back and forth. You're under arrest. Miranda rights. Miranda rights? No. If you resist...
You are resisting.
I'm resisting.
Yes, you are. So stop. You've already got battery on LEO. Stop.
On a Leo?
Yes.
On an August birthday? On a Leo? What? No. Get off me. I don't want to be handcuffed. I don't want to be tied down. Stop it.
Nobody really does want that.
You're constricting me. I can't breathe. You're constricting me. You're not doing anything. You're hurting me. You are physically hurting me right now. My chest hurts, my head hurts, my hands hurt, my wrist hurts. I know it hurts. And my shoulder blades, and my shoulders, and my back. Which is where all my organs are, by the way, so thank you.
This time, the girl took it a step further and accused the officer of theft and kidnapping her. Makes you wonder what else she'll come up with. At this point, the police officers had clearly had enough, and when the daughter tried to bite the female police officer's shoulder, they had to put her in the car a bit more firmly.
You're not a cop. You're a robber. You're stealing me. You're kidnapping me. You're abducting me. Ow, you're hurting me. Stop. No, stop doing it.
Have a seat.
Without us fight, without fighting.
Sit back. Sit back.
You just sit down. None of this would happen. Yes! Help me! You're creepy as You creeper!
The video ends with a dramatic touch as the arrested girl continues her theatrics. While on the way to the station, she began claiming that she needed to go to the hospital because she couldn't breathe, felt overheated, and developed a sudden fever. She even suggested they take her to a mental hospital. Well, that last part might actually be one of the more clever things she said.
Bring me to the hospital right now. I can't breathe. I'm too hot. I can't breathe. I'm gonna have a seizure.
I just turned the AC up for you, okay? You gotta give it a second. I just turned off the AC. You'll be able to get some air in a couple seconds, okay? I don't know what that means.
Take me to the hospital. Take me to the ER. To the ED. Take me for medical clearance.
You'll get medical clearance at the jail.
No, they don't medically clear you.
They do.
No, they don't.
Absolutely.
No, they do not. They do an intake form. That's not the same. I need a physical exam. Who's the elected person in this jurisdiction? Take me to them. I don't even know this is your jurisdiction. I don't know who you are. You're kidnapping me. Give me a ride. Give me a ride home. Turn the car around. Reverse. Reverse.
On January 8th of 2023, the police were called to the airport regarding an incident involving an intoxicated woman named Karina. According to reports, she caused a ruckus by kicking and verbally abusing the airport staff.
Look, Karina.
But you guys did.
Karina, here's the deal, okay?
You guys did. You did. You just said I did job.
We didn't. We are the police. We don't work for the airline. The airline calls us and we come over to assess.
So she was screaming, kicking.
We have no idea.
I'm ready when
All
you're.
day.
We literally.
Okay, Miss Karina.
As they approach, Karina objects to being touched without cause. But you know what? The cops have a rock-solid reason to take her in. She's had a bit too much to drink in public. But the girl opted to play the crazy card and denied any screaming at the airport workers. Like, seriously? There's probably security camera footage that says otherwise. As soon as she spotted the cops slapping the cuffs on her and rummaging through her backpack, she began demanding that they call her father, like right now. It's becoming pretty clear that this is just another spoiled brat, all grown up. Like that's the top priority. Karina starts griping about how uncomfortable those handcuffs feel on her wrists.
Please don't touch me if you don't have a reason to.
Okay, I have a reason to, okay?
I'm arrested?
Yes, you're going to be arrested for public intoxication, okay?
Take your backpack off.
Yep, and the reason is because I talked to the airline and they said that you were kicking and screaming and causing a disturbance.
I'm not doing any of that.
Wait. No, I want to
Put your
witness.
backpack off. Okay, it's all being recorded. Just take your backpack off, okay?
Are you serious? No, I'm not doing that.
Okay, will you
I'm calling my dad. I'm calling my dad. No, I'm calling my dad. Yeah, no, calm down.
pull your backpack off?
Calm down. He's a lieutenant. Calm down. No. No. No, I was not kicking and screaming anywhere on that plane. No, pull out the finish. No, that's a no.
Just calm down.
No,
Okay?
shoot me then.
We're not gonna.
No.
We're not gonna.
Oh, that's me for. I swear to God, I did it. Are you serious? This is how I do it. This would be.
What phone do you have? We're going to shoot a picture from the trespass right here now.
Too slow.
We're trying to figure out what's going on.
You didn't want to talk to us, Karina, so I had to go ask the airline.
Okay, so believe whatever they want. Like, whatever. This is annoying. This is an inconvenience to me, my shit.
Is your address on your license correct?
I'll call my lawyer about that. Don't touch my shit. Are you
Just gonna put it in your bag.
now?
You're not seeing it.
Given her resistance, the officers had no other option but to take her down and secure her legs. Naturally, she seized the moment to accuse the cops of touching her inappropriately, despite clear body camera evidence that they were just performing their duties professionally. They weren't even using their hands to hold her legs. They had their knees in place to avoid unnecessary physical contact. You know, it's kind of strange, but the girl's dad is actually a cop, like one of the officers mentioned. But she doesn't even bring that up during this whole thing.
I feel like it was like...
He's just holding your leg.
No, the fact that I was even arrested, I feel like I'm not, like, it wasn't in the right. If I felt like it was in the right, it would be understandable, but I already feel uncomfortable about that. Because that wasn't the fact that he's holding me like this is not okay. How would you feel?
Your dad's a police officer,
How
right?
would you feel?
Your dad's a police
I'm asking
officer.
you how would you feel?
I'm asking your dad's a police
I'm asking
officer.
you how would you feel?
I would feel comfortable because I trust you.
Yeah, you feel comfortable?
If he's just touching my leg.
No, he's touching my ass with his leg. Take your feet off of it. That's not my foot.
It is.
What's that touching it?
The cops give the girl a heads up to get off the floor and asked her kindly if she could stop putting up a fight and acting all unruly. But instead of cooperating, the girl decided to take another route again. She started calling the cops daddy and claimed she'd be a good girl. It's pretty evident she's trying to play the victim card here, thinking it'll get her out of trouble. The officers hoisted her up from the floor and asked her if she could manage to walk for them. You can probably guess how that turned out.
You promise to be good. We'll let you stand back up.
You want to
But I
stand
need
up?
you to say that you're not going to kick my officers, okay?
Yes, Daddy. I promise. Daddy, I'll be a good girl.
This is what officers try to tell girls to do. Yes, Daddy, I'll be a good girl.
Yes, Daddy.
No. No, this is what he's doing. This is what he's doing essentially. What he's doing. That's what he's doing. I'm not
You can discover world-class art at the Kilowatt Museum or swing by Sunday Square to enjoy a wide array of contemporary.
What's that? I want you to meet
You can also visit the stockyards for tea.
All right, Karina, can you walk for us?
For those of you who bet it would end up back on the ground, you hit the nail on the head. The female officer was telling her not to kick the officer, but in response she claimed she had every right to do so because the officer was touching her inappropriately. Without a hint of shame, this girl kept insisting that the officer touched her behind while she was on the ground, even though the camera footage clearly said otherwise. She's really getting creative with this tale of hers. She's throwing around threats about getting her lawyer involved and demanding they call the lawyer right away. Again, the cops just grabbed her off the floor and began leading her to their car.
I don't want to touch me. I said I don't want to touch
What
me.
don't you understand?
What don't you understand?
Do not kick the officers.
Do not kick an officer.
Okay, so I have female officers that's working like ass. That's a simple
Do not
right.
kick an officer.
Okay, I don't want him touching me.
Do you understand?
No, he touched me inappropriately.
Do you understand?
No, he touched me.
Is she here?
Call my lawyer. Get my lawyer. Get my lawyer. He touched me inappropriately. I don't want him touching me again. You're touching me on my ass. You're touching my ass right now. No. Bro.
Do not kick an officer.
No, I don't give a lawyer. Get my lawyer right now. I don't want him touching me inappropriately. Oh, so fine.
Ready?
Yep. Karina, stand up. Stand up. Stand up.
Alright, how long is this about? I'm gonna put the game on. That's okay.
Go to the left.
Karina made it to the police station, but she's still in a non-cooperative mood. She flat out refuses to cough up her address, even though the officers warn her that it'll only drag out her stay. And of course, she threatens them, claiming they've messed with the wrong person. Guess they were quaking in their boots. But when they lined her up against the wall for a mugshot, this girl's inner drama queen came alive. She started huffing and puffing like she couldn't breathe, all the while putting on quite a show.
I'm not answering any questions. I'm really. It's a vacation. It's free, right? You're not gonna bill me for this shit? Yeah, that's cheaper than my apartment. No, I'm gonna stay here off. Bunch of cute girls. What? I mean, it's all to me. Let's get better. I love you, about myself. Get the wrong one.
Okay, can you verify your address?
No, I'm not answering anything.
You're not gonna answer anything?
We're done.
What are you gonna say? Okay,
We're done.
you're not gonna answer anything. So you're just gonna stay here now? Okay, you sit back there for me. Alright. And look at the proof right there.
That's what I'm saying.
She's gonna tell you when.
I didn't look at anything you said.
It's okay. It's okay, it's gonna be okay. Come on.
Take a picture, go.
Okay, come on. Come with me. You got it, Sasha, right? Yeah. Okay, come on. Okay. You're gonna be okay.
Just walk. You got it.
You're okay with them just putting here? That's great.
They then escorted her to a special room and instructed her to sit on a cold metal bench. She was given some slippers to put on, but she flatly refused. So the cops had to resort to taking her shoes off by force. Next, they asked her to remove her jacket, but predictably, she continued to resist any form of cooperation with the police.
Watch your feet.
Okay,
I don't need to shake. What are we doing?
take your shoes, your socks off. You're gonna put these on, okay?
Hey, she takes my handcuffs off and I got it. I'm like a team player, bro. It's actually kind of cutting my wrist. Okay. I understand.
Okay. I need you to take your shoes and your socks for me.
Sure. I actually would like your fingerprints on everything.
So I just need to take it.
No, I didn't do it. No, I'm not doing it. I'm not
Well,
doing
you
it.
have to.
No, I don't feel safe yet.
You will be safe. I promise you. You will be
I'm not
safe.
taking my shoes off.
You
Or
have
my socks off. There's gonna be no fingerprints on there. I'm telling you right here.
Give me that.
You gonna put those on?
No, I'm not touching anything.
You can put this on, okay? And take your jackets off for me.
Karina, can you take the
No, I'm not
jacket?
touching anything.
Karina, sit to me. You're gonna be okay.
Getting this girl to remove her jacket was like trying to wrestle with a wild animal. She fought it, squirmed, and did everything to make the process as slow as possible. Once the jacket was finally off, the officers proceeded to take off her sweatshirt, and as expected, she threatened to sue them for supposed sexual harassment. It was only when they were taking her away that she seemed to realize she had actually been arrested, despite her belief that they had no right to do so.
Cut it off.
You will
Cut it off. No, let them cut it off. Let them cut it off. Let them cut it off.
Karina.
We're done playing. Don't be stupid.
Yes, sir.
Stand up.
Why? Because I was a gay. I was fine. Take your other shirt off. Lift your arms up. I swear to God, I know you're gonna get this. For being sexually. Yeah, because I'm there and I'm playing. Okay, that's cool. Alright, because it says tits. No, get a picture of that. Get a picture of that. Because it says tits. Because it says tits on it.
What it says.
Racist ass mom.
Nobody's racist.
Yeah, it is racist. Just because it says tits. Yeah, sexuality is racist. That's racism.
Yeah, stuff.
Why? Because it's rainbow? Yeah, you better see
No,
that too.
nobody cares how to
You will
turn
take it back,
stop.
okay?
Nah, y'all are
You will take it back.
dirt. Stand up. Stand up. I tried to help her. Yeah, not that. That's what we do.